So when it comes into
30
going
minutes of
outside,
friends
especially with your
talk
friends,
about everything
there's
that
a very
matters
neat
to
and
women.
important
Welcome to the
concept is
lounge.
that we all would like to go outside from work for a breakfast. And within nowadays and how we're working on when it comes into the ministries and everything. So the best time for us to have breakfast is either early in the morning, or let's say maybe after 10 a.m., which is almost like a late breakfast brunch.
Yes.
But the concept of breakfast was and still one of the most, let's say, important things that people would really like to be gathering on when it comes into that. But people now started to think, well, is it something necessary? Is it something luxurious when it comes into, let's say, having breakfast outside, or let's say meeting all together for having a breakfast? How do you feel about that?
Breakfast as a meal itself, I will start with that, is just, I feel like it's overrated for myself, but I think it's very important for some people.
Right.
I enjoy eating breakfast depending on my mood. Again, I really have a hard time waking up, but if I wake up and I have a couple of hours for myself, I'm really relaxed, then I enjoy a good breakfast. Now, for the matter of eating it inside the house, outside the house, or like, you know, enjoying the moment with that, I think it's more of a luxury thing. You know, I enjoyed it on a weekdays, like with a family member, maybe like friends, close friends. I think like breakfast is a bit intimate. I don't know why. I feel like lunch, it could be like with friends, it could be with coworkers, it could be whatever. But like breakfast is like, you know, it's early in the morning. You want it with someone who would set your mood in a good way.
Right.
True. So that's why I feel like it's more of intimate. So is it luxury? It depends on who you are as a person. But for me, I think it's intimate, it's relaxed, it's something for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's like I'm usually the type of a person who goes for coffee in the morning. Like I wouldn't do anything with it, just like regular coffee. And I think for me, the best time to actually do breakfast is, like you said, because it's an actual intimate thing that you share with either close friends, your family, your partner. So for me, I would actually rather do it on the weekends rather than just on the weekdays. And when it comes down to the weekdays, I would just skip breakfast and go straight off to lunch. So if it comes down to having it as a luxury thing, I'm not sure if it's a luxury thing rather than something that you feel like you have the time and the energy to invest in. It's like something that you actually have to invest in, unless you're type of a person who actually got used to eating breakfast every day. So it's a different case.
Yeah, so true.
And like today, it was, let's say, one of the topics that me and my friends were discussing, because we actually went out for a breakfast. And since we're on vacation when it comes into, let's say, being a teacher, so I remember today in the morning when we were all discussing all of, let's say, the idea of, you know what, let's do this more often, let's gather for breakfast, because working as a teacher, like, it's very rare to actually get together and go outside and have our meals because of our schedule. So it was very tempting, because me as a person, I always eat late. Like if I'm gonna start my breakfast, it could start at 11, and if I'm gonna start my lunch, it's gonna be, let's say, maybe 4 or 5, and if it's my dinner, then it could be very late, or it could never be a dinner as well. So to me, I'm not a person who likes to eat in the morning, and if I'm gonna eat, I like to have cereals. Like all of the mixture of cereals together, like this is the way of concept with the cold milk or warm milk, it depends, but in the end, like, this is what I have for breakfast. So remembering today going with my friends, seeing them having this egg and egg benedict and so many things on the table, I mean, to me it was heavy.
Really?
Like I couldn't, because it was like early in the morning, and you know, you want to live that moment, but you couldn't live it. For me, I couldn't, but it was like, yes, it's there, but forcing myself to eat. But for them, it was really fun. Like you could see how very relaxing, very fun, enthusiastic that they were when was enjoying the moment, that they actually planned for different kind of, let's say, outing in the morning.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know what, like the best thing about luxurious breakfast, I'd say, is a Benedict. For some reason, I just feel like I'm the richest woman.
It gives you that sense of you know, concept,
like
how it's
luxury.
actually.
I feel like I'm on top of the world. Please don't talk to me. And I need to have my shades on, of course. And I gotta be sassy about it, and I gotta have coffee even though I don't drink coffee. But if it's Egg Benedict, I gotta play the role.
Is it the black coffee though?
No, I had no, girl. I can't handle it.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
But I try to live the moment. I think it's the best thing about it. But I think for everyone, they should just enjoy whatever it is, breakfast, luxurious or not, just enjoy it. But how about this? We go for a quick break and I'll be right back.
So speaking about breakfast, one of the most important things is also having coffee in the morning. So a lot of people do have this kind of debate that we like to do our coffee at home, our cold brew coffee or any kind of coffee. And there are the other people who like to, let's say, have their drive-through coffee and go to their office or go to work in the morning. So how do you prefer your coffee? Is it, let's say, homemade with love, or also, let's say, drive-through made with love as well?
I love that. She's like, homemade made with love. Stop it. You're playing with my heart.
You're so romantic these days.
I know. I just like these little gestures. They make me feel cozy.
Yeah.
I never really bothered with like coffee or tea, but lately, my sister-in-law, she makes the best coffee ever. And I'm talking about like if she does like all kind of stuff. She likes Americano, she likes lattes, she does matcha now, and I'm obsessed. And I'm very particular about my matcha. And also I'm like, please, I don't like it too sweet, I don't like it with vanilla, I don't like whatever. But like whenever I go to like a good coffee shop, I end up getting like not really great of a matcha, even though they're known for it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm very picky with that. But now my sister, now she makes it, and she makes it with love. Literally, she comes with a smile. She's like, "Here you go. I need it. I did not put
That's
nothing."
really sweet.
I swear. And I'm like, whenever you tell her, even if it's early in the morning, I'm like, "Hi, can I get some coffee?" She's like, "Here you go. It's coming right away." Like, and I love her for that. She just she enjoys it. It's for her. It's like an act of service for the person that she loves.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. So homemade for me, coffee shop if whenever I'm in a hurry.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true. I actually love doing both.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love to, like, before I leave, before I head out, I usually make my own coffee early in the morning. But you were talking about, you know, you have your sister-in-law who was making that.
Yeah.
The best time for me to have coffee is literally when I'm in my best friend's house. Because like the moment I sit down, she's like, ready. Do you want black coffee? Do you want coffee with milk? What type of coffee do you want? And she does the same thing when it comes down to making coffee, but she's literally so just invested in making coffee, and she just wants to make it for every single person that just comes in. So for me, I feel like coffee at home, and I still do the drive-through, and I would still go in the coffee shop and sit down and just enjoy, because I'm a person that loves coffee. I'm an addict when it comes down to that. So I don't know, for me, like, even especially when you're working every day, it's a different kind of a case. You really want to get invested in drinking coffee because that's the only thing that wakes you up.
It's so true.
To be honest, I started drinking coffee when I was after my first baby born. It was in 2019, and I remember because of how wild she was, she never slept. Seriously, like I would sleep for 1 hour and she'd be like all awake crying all night. So to me, I was really frustrated. So coffee, this is when I got to drink coffee, and it was real coffee at that time. So having that said, to me, I feel it's more of a financial statement. If you see me drinking homemade coffee, that means I'm broke. If you see me going to drive-through coffee, that means everything is fine.
Yeah.
So I remember, especially when it comes into work, you know, with your friends, we always like to gather, and in the morning, so it'd be like, I'm ordering coffee. Who wants coffee? Do you want coffee? And everyone starts to order coffee. And when I, let's say, reach to the point, you know what, I cannot afford purchasing for anyone, I'd be like, does anyone need coffee? Wait for almost a second. It's like, you know what? I just ordered my coffee. And then they'll be seeing me taking that mug with me. And I'll be like advertising for that kind of coffee that I'm making. It's good. It's perfect.
She's lying to everyone.
And once that salary is, let's say,
deposited,
deposit, I'll be like, who wants coffee? Does anyone want? And that's it.
No, I cannot believe you do that. That's insane. I don't really, I feel like it's a moment for me. I know some people, they do it for like the tension. For me, it's a moment. You will know if I'm drinking coffee that I'm genuinely falling asleep and I have work to do, or if I'm just I want to live that summer vibe moment. I don't
To
drink
me,
coffee
it's always
in
the devil wears Prada moment.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
To me, that's it.
You think like you're a woman of power.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just trying to live the moment. I'm like, wow, I got coffee in my
But
hand.
haven't you like done that when you're traveling? Like you want to take a picture, especially when you have like a beautiful cup sitting
But
right
that's
there.
the thing, because it's like a big mug that you want to swim in it. It looks so beautiful.
Yes.
And then like the coffee art as well.
I know.
So you would take a picture. 'Cause
that's the only
vibe.
reason I would do it.
Yeah,
the
but
only
like in here, I wouldn't really. I would just
No.
like sip on it. But you would know that I have coffee on me because I've been working all night. That's what I would say. I'd be lying, honestly. But it is what it is. How about instead of us exposing ourselves, how about we go for a quick break and we'll be right back.
To me, kitchen is the most awkward place. Why? I wouldn't say it's because I don't go to the kitchen much, but I do actually visit the kitchen from time to time. And it's only for the most, let's say, necessary thing if I need something. And the most and the worst, let's say, part of it when I'm with my mom and my mom starts asking or wanting from me to grab a specific spice. So I'll be panicking. She'd be like, it's over there. And she's working. And I'm like, which there? There are a lot of theirs.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do tend to have this kind of sense, you know, in organizing things, whether it's an alphabet order or in a specific, let's say, environment where I remember my mom, what she does when it comes to the kitchen is like the right side is always for the spices that includes, let's say, the chicken biryani, these kind of ingredients heavy, the one for the meat, the chicken, the fish and stuff, salt and stuff. The other one is not that kind of sense, but it's more of, let's say, the sweet, the saffron, the cinnamon, any kind of, let's say flavored ingredients, different kind of main one. So it's always confusing for me. Like I never remember. And she kept organizing them in a way that she wrote the name of the spice in Arabic and English, so that we could actually understand. It's not only in Arabic, like Kuwaiti Arabic, no, it's like Arabic, the ones that we use it in, let's say,
standard Arabic.
Yes, imagine. So having that said, how is your relationship with that? Like, do you have this kind of confusion, or are you really organized about it?
I am not really. I don't have that kind of confusion because my mom, she forced me into like the kitchen. Since I was a kid, honestly. She's like, yeah, 4 brothers, you need to start cooking early because I need a break. And I was like, fine. So I've learned my way in the kitchen. But I generally don't like cooking or anything, trust me on it. However, regarding the spices, I do have like a spice rack, but it's not like organized or anything. It's just there because I don't want to look around for the spices. It's easier to pick something and like put in like in your pan or whatever. And I think it's a thing for us when you say like it's on the right. For me, I do the same. And also my mom, she has everything on the right, all the spices, and it's in this like spicy rack or spice rack. And also my mom, she did put like a tape on it and with a sticker and like each spice and the name of it.
Yeah.
And I should do that because I'm like, which one is this? I forgot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, now it's just based on the smell. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this because it smells nice, you know?
Okay.
But it's always on the right for some reason. And I think it's because it's closer for you when you use like when you're cooking like the pan on the pan or like the stove, whatever. It's closer to you to choose or to use, the spices on the right. So I think that's it. But I don't know. I feel like if people do it alphabetically, I don't want to say they have issues, but it's so interesting.
No, they have issues. Sorry. I would say they have issues.
Yeah,
like
organizing alphabetically, like they're there. You know what I mean? You can name them, but imagine like you have to organize them based on which and
you're never gonna find the.
I think
like you're never gonna reach to the ones that are, let's say,
you're like, I know D comes like after, you know what letter.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
okay, that's a little too messy and complicated for me.
Yeah.
But like I do like having things organized because I have a problem. Like living with my dad is a different situation than living with my mom. I got used to being in the kitchen since I was young, and I was literally forced into it. Like I had to literally do every chore and start cooking. I didn't really do the main dishes, but like I used to do a lot of help with doing the salad or like having baking a cake or something like that.
Yeah.
So I got really invested in the kitchen. And so when it comes down to organizing these days, like that's for me, it's not a confusion rather than it is somehow a bickering between me and my mom. I'm always trying to get things organized while she is the total opposite of me. So it's kind of like a confusion between when it comes to that. That's why I actually avoid going into the kitchen, because I know once I'm in, I'll be pretty much saying a lot of things.
Okay.
And she doesn't like when someone says a lot. So I'm just like, you know what, Mom? I'll be outside the kitchen. And if you ever need something, just let me know. I'll be glad to help.
I mean, trust me, like talking about that subject, I realized like it's the kitchen place is always enough for one person, like the one who's really cooking. So it's like more of a schedule. Like once my mom gets out of the kitchen, then it's my time to run and gets into the kitchen. And I have one of my aunts, like she is the main source of food at home. She's the one who cooks and everything. But my mom has a schedule that she likes to cook early in the morning, and then my other aunt likes to cook, let's say within let's say 3 to 4 p.m. So at that time, like we must know, like when it comes into that, the best thing to do is to always keep in mind that divide that kind of sense of time and divide that kind of place where you're going to be, and you don't want to clash with anyone. And speaking about time, how about we take this quick break?
So one of the things that I like to do, especially in the middle of the night, because I don't sleep early, of course, as you know, I like to snack. And I go heavy on the snacks. And I personally, like, okay, I have one of the weirdest snacks, actually. I like olives. That's what I snack on. I love olives. And I like, and I like the green ones, like the stuffed ones. And I just snack on it all night. Like, and you will see me, or sometimes even I wake up in the middle of the night, I will go to the fridge, open it, take
my God, you're the same as me.
And then I go back to my bed. I swear, and it's just so good.
It's a weird craving.
I know, but it's so delicious. And like, that's why I'm trying to express it. But how about you guys? Do you guys have any snacks, midnight snacks? And do you go for sweet, sour, salty, or like never?
Yeah, to be honest, like this is one of the issues. Like even my husband is actually highlighting this kind of issue, is that I don't want you to introduce late snacks to the kids, because they get hungry and they eat, let's say, dinner very early, and then they come to the time at night, especially when we're in holiday, that they don't really sleep that early, and then Mom, we're hungry, and I'd be like, yeah, there are snacks. So he's like, avoid that kind of concept and let them sleep with an empty stomach. It's like, no, they're young. They have to eat. So the snacks that we have they're kind of a biscuit, but they're filled with cheese and filled with peanut butter. So it's kind of, let's say, sweet salt in a way, and it gives you that kind of sense of, you know, satisfaction. You get really, let's say, full fast, and it's light, you know.
So cute.
I have a really weird cravings when it comes to night snacks, because usually I could have cravings. You would see me right in the kitchen, going into the fridge and eating green stuff. Sometimes I can be healthy. Sometimes I would go with a lemon. It's really weird.
When you say green stuff, what does that mean?
I'm talking about
like veggies?
Like veggies.
Girl, you're so healthy.
No, I'm not healthy.
So done with this conversation.
I'm not healthy, trust me, because I'll tell you about this. Sometimes I would go with lemon. Sometimes I would switch to sour candy. Some days I would crave different kinds of stuff that makes just no sense to me. It's just, I feel like my body needs those kind of nutrients that is missing.
It is so true.
Body. So these kind of cravings, I'm usually not the type to eat so much at night. But if I do, I would crave really weird stuff, like you would never imagine. So yeah, I feel like I would go with something sweet, something sweet and sour, probably. Because I usually stay up very late at night, and it's really terrible. Like, I don't want to sound like it's a really bad thing. I don't know if you guys do it, but for me, it's just I have a really hard time falling asleep. Like it takes me to... I would be in bed. I would be in bed like at 9 o'clock, and I'll be sleeping around 3. Does it happen?
It happens, but like, you know, we try. I don't know. We try. It's like the schedule. We try. But the thing is about your snacks, I think sometimes your body is asking for some nutrients, but we're not giving it, and that's why we tend to seek sweet stuff when we actually need some other, like, you know, vitamins. And I think maybe we need to get ourselves checked, girls, because
I think I do.
Also,
I think I do.
but also sometimes I just like eating stuff in the middle of the night. Honestly, I just don't want to sleep while my stomach is talking to me.
Yeah.
I think that's
the last thing you need talking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that sometimes we tend to forget that when, as you just said, highlighting the topic that your stomach is speaking to you, it shouldn't necessarily be food, but maybe you're craving water and you're not feeling
It is so true. But I'm not even bothering. Because I'm like, it's food.
Yeah.
What
else could it be?
There's nothing to discuss. And then I go straight to the kitchen and I also get a toast with like a chocolate cream or something that you spread on.
Peanut butter is the best thing.
But it's too thick. I add chocolate to it and I make it worse.
You
Have you ever tried that?
Oh my God, no.
You know what?
The peanut butter with jam.
And now try with chocolate, girl, as well. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Like one of the things that I started to do once I realized that you could actually cook your egg with the microwave is that we actually started to have some kind of, let's say, eggs in our floor. And every time we feel that we're really hungry, it's not a snack, but we really want to have something, it would always be that kind of toast, the egg that's made in the microwave itself, and then just spread the cheese and everything, and we'll be, let's say, having fun, even breaking some chips inside of it in order to feel that kind of sense of, you know, cracked things.
You're getting yourself filled up with it.
Yeah. So it's kind of, let's say, hopefully that we're changed to the best, trying to maybe focus on greens in a way, but, you know,
healthy lifestyle, we'll never know.
We never know. So how about we take this quick break?
Since Iman been talking about eating veggies in the middle of the night, how about this? I have a question for you guys. Do you guys wash the fruits and the veggies the minute you get them home, like you buy them? Or do you keep them in the fridge whenever you want to wash them? You wash them and then you eat a bit. Because for me personally, I don't really wash them. I keep them in the fridge whenever I'm hungry. I will wash them and I will put it there. But also I forget about them and then they rotten. And then I get sad and I ask questions. Why is it there? What's going on? But also what I know is if you washed it and you keep it in the fridge, it's going to rot quickly.
Yeah.
So in both cases, I'm losing. And I have no clue. It's been a while since I've eaten some veggies and some fruits because I am not bothered with that.
Oh, I mean, one of the most difficult thing is when you're buying berries and strawberries. Like, these fruits die fast. I mean,
so true.
Once you purchase them, they're so yummy, and they're like, when you see them, you want to just eat them. But then the amount of let's say, the pieces that they're being there in the box could be a lot for a whole day. So what we tend to do is, like berries, strawberries, like we don't wash them, we keep them in the fridge. We take the ones that we need, we wash them in a way that it's not even with washing, but it's like having more of, let's say, towels and stuff, so that, you know, you don't damage the fruit as well. But to me, the rest of the fruits, like grapes, we're talking about apples, we're talking about, let's say, peach and stuff, no, we wash them immediately and we keep them outside. Because to me, and especially in our family, if you keep anything in the fridge, you're gonna forget about it. No one is gonna bother to take them out and wash them and have them. So it's better to keep them in front of you. And we tend to buy the fruits that doesn't need to be peeled, or they're not difficult to eat. Like, you just grab and have them. So, and especially when you're having kids, like, these are the things that you need to always keep in mind. That you keep them in front of them. Whatever they want to have, they'll have. And you're not going to think that, should we wash it? Should we keep it? But the most important thing is, after washing it, we dry it. You know, like, for instance, grapes, if you don't dry it in a good way and you keep it in the bowl, it's going to rotten. Like, the pieces.
How do you dry it out?
So when you wash the grapes, you bring more of a towel and you put them on the towel, like you wrap them with the towel, and then you give them more of the way that the towel is gonna absorb all of the water, and then keep them in a bowl that's actually open in different areas.
Yeah,
so
that one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, for me, we're like the kids of the home. So my mom usually makes sure that she keeps the fruits outside, she washes it, and then she puts it right outside. But when it comes down to certain kinds of fruits, especially, I'm crazy about blueberries. Blueberries, blackberries, I would literally just purchase them and eat them right away, and it will be done in a second. So for me, I'd like to, it depends on a kind of fruit. If I am feeling like I need to be eating it, then I'll be purchasing it. If not, then I will just not buy it in the first place. But when it comes down to certain kinds of fruits, some of them can stay in for 2-3 days maximum.
Right.
Certain kinds of fruits, but there are fruits that you need to eat them like straight off, or else like it can get ruined, especially the blueberries, the blackberries, the red berries, all of these ones,
Like the
especially the
berries.
small one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult when it comes to these. You make sure to wash them in the first place and place them outside where people can see them.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but also the question is, how do you wash them? To be fair, I used to think it was just water, but then
It
my
is.
mom.
I mean, that's what I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I put some vinegar in it. I'll be dramatic.
Well,
because
that's the veggies. I think that's the veggies.
Even like fruits, sometimes I do that.
I can't stand the smell of it.
But there's also like a veggie solution.
Yeah. But to be honest,
I
I
don't
just
trust
rinse them, like
don't
make
trust
sure
those.
that they're just clean, and that's it.
Yeah.
But you know what's very important is not just cleaning them and keeping them on the table, but even displaying them. Because you know, if you just, let's say, grab everything and just keep it in a one bowl, even if it's very, let's say, you're a person who likes to eat berries and grapes, but when you see them all mixed together in a way, it would be like, you know what, I'll eat it later, maybe next time.
So true.
What I tend to do always at home is when I keep the ones that I want my daughter to have, is I always try to set them in a way that they're very delicious, tempting. Even sometimes when my mother or my cousins visit me at home, they'll be like, oh my God, it's so tempting, and the way you actually give it. And when it comes into the berries, when I feel like they're not, let's say, kind of edible, I'm not really enjoying having them, what I tend to do is I grab more of, let's say, a fizzy drink in a way, and then I keep them inside. And then we give that kind of, let's say, look, you know what, like even if I'm not gonna eat them, they're gonna be there at display, you know.
Just, as long as you're doing it, yeah.
So it's very great and fun. And one of the most important thing is to always remember to be healthy, eat your veggies, eat your fruits, and never leave them there with, let's say, in the fridge on time. So speaking about that, how about we take this quick break? So it comes into having your favorite meal. It's always easy, let's say, to me, it's always easy to purchase it and enjoy having it. But sometimes you reach to a point that you have to do your meals. And when it comes into your favorite meal, it's always easy to do. You don't really need to think about it, and you just go with it, you know. Sometimes you don't feel like you're actually cooking. It's like you can't see the ingredients, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So to me, if I'm going to talk about that, I think it's going to be talking more about turkey sandwiches with egg. Because the ingredients are easy, and I can just, let's say, you know what, with the microwave everything is really easy. Just keep the egg inside, give the amount of and what I do is I mix sauces with egg while it's being cooked. Let's say I could put ranch, I could put French sauce. There's also a cheese sauce that I dip it with the fries, but I apply it to it. I mixed it in a way, I keep it inside. It's kind of, let's say, medium cook, and then just keep it on the toast with the turkey and just enjoy the meal.
I love that. Good for you. I need to try it out as well. For me, it's pasta. Of course, it's the easiest thing you could ever cook, but also it's really nice and it's fun, especially Alfredo pasta. I just like the creamy taste. I like cheese, and it's like one of my favorite things. But also, I'm not a fan of mushroom, but lately I've been trying to get all experimental and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I added fresh mushroom.
It's always good.
It's so good. It changed the taste fully, because I didn't know how much mushroom produces so much flavor. And I thought I did a great job before, but now, girl, I did not do anything with this ingredient. It changed the whole taste of the pasta.
As long as it's fresh.
As long as, girl, because I have it packed now, and I don't even taste the flavor in it. It's nothing, but like the fresh ones, delicious. I love it. It's genuinely my favorite thing ever. Yeah.
I think for my case, I would go with the air fryer. It's like the easiest thing you can do is just add the chicken skillet or the salmon skillet or anything else, like even the, let's say, the French fries. I would just simply toss it all the way in the air fryer, make my salad. I'd usually go with an avocado, tomato, like kind of a salad mixture. And that's like the easiest thing that I would go for. Unless you would say, Iman, what would you actually go for?
Yeah.
It's probably ramen.
Really?
Yes.
So interesting.
Well, so unhealthy.
Well, to be
But
honest,
it doesn't
But like I
matter.
like to
it's
go.
tasty.
I love to go to the Korean market and
Mhm.
purchase all types of stuff like tofu and things like that. Kimchi.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
And
so
then you mix it
confusing
up
to
or
me.
anything?
I would just mix it up with a ramen and the eggs on the side.
I love that. You guys are making me really hungry. So generally, how about we wrap this up and then we meet for next time?